आज ही डाउटनेट ऐप डाउनलोड करें। डाउटनेट पर होगा अब आपके सभी मैथ्स, केमिस्ट्री, फिजिक्स और बायोलॉजी डाउट्स का सफाया। बस अपने क्वेश्चन की फोटो खींचो, उसे क्रॉप करो और तुरंत वीडियो सोल्यूशन पाओ। डाउनलोड नाउ।
नमस्ते दोस्तों, अब हम इस क्वेश्चन में क्या देखते हैं। रीड द पैसेज गिवन बिलो एंड आंसर द क्वेश्चन दैट फॉलो। तुम्हें यहाँ पर एक पैसेज दिया गया है, हमें आफ्टर रीडिंग द पैसेज वी हैव टू आंसर दिस क्वेश्चन। ठीक है, लेट्स गेट इनटू द पैसेज। Fish are one of the most highly utilized and intriguing invertebrate taxa by humans. They are harvested from wild stocks as part of global fishing industries. Grown under intensive aquaculture conditions are the most common pet and are widely used for scientific research. But fish are seldom afforded the same level of compassion or welfare as warm-blooded vertebrates. Part of the problem is the large gap between people's perception of fish intelligence and the scientific reality. This is an important issue because public perception guides government policy. The perception of an animal's intelligence often drives our decision whether or not to include them in our moral circle. From the welfare perspective, most researchers would suggest that if an animal is sentient, that it can most likely suffer and should therefore be offered some form of formal protection. There has been a debate about fish welfare for decades, which centers on the question of whether they are sentient or conscious. The implications for affording the same level of protection to fish as other vertebrates are great, not least because of fishing related industries. Here, the passage reviews the current state of knowledge of fish cognition, starting with their sensory perception and moving on to cognition. The review reveals that the fish perception and cognitive abilities are abundant, often matching or exceeding other vertebrates. A review of the evidence for plain perception strongly suggests that fish experience pain in a manner similar to the rest of the vertebrates, although scientists cannot provide a definitive answer on the level of consciousness for any non-human vertebrate. That extensive evidence of fish behavioral and cognitive sophistication and the pain perception suggests that best practice would be to lend fish the same level of protection as any other vertebrate. This is the given passage है, ठीक है। अभी the question क्या है? Why are fishes not afforded the same level of compassion as any other vertebrates? ठीक है, this is the question है। Options में देखिए, पहला option, fish live in water, therefore they are not considered as vertebrates. दूसरा option, the wide variety of fish makes it impossible to offer compassion. तीसरा option, there is a large gap between people's perception of fish intelligence and reality. चौथी ऑप्शन है, फिशेस और हाईली अग्रेसिव क्रिएचर्स दैट शुड बी यूज्ड ओनली फॉर फूड। इस क्वेश्चन का राइट आंसर ऑप्शन सी है, बिकॉज देर इज अ लार्ज गैप बिटवीन people's perception. There is a large gap between people's perception of fish intelligence and the scientific reality. From this, all other options they get eliminated easily. So, इस question का right answer क्या है? It is option C. That is why the fish are not afforded the same level of compassion as any other vertebrates. शुक्रिया।
क्लास 6 से 12 से लेके नीट, IIT, जेई मेंस और एडवांस के लेवल तक 10 मिलियन से ज्यादा स्टूडेंट्स का भरोसा। आज ही डाउनलोड करें डाउटनेट ऐप या व्हाट्सएप कीजिए अपने डाउट्स 8400 400 400 पर।